Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name's Chris and today we're going to be talking about everything Ethereum and their hard fork. If you like making money in crypto, hit the like button, subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications so you never miss a video. Right, let's get into it. So first of all, I'm going to get into what this upgrade is and what it means for Ethereum, and then we'll get into all the price discovery side of things that I'm expecting off the back of this upgrade. So Ethereum, the technology underpinning the Ether cryptocurrency, has just activated its London hard fork. The upgrade to the digital ledger, the world's second biggest cryptocurrency, changes the way transaction fees are estimated. And we've been talking about this on the channel a long time. This is something that is not helping Ethereum scale, particularly in the bull market where we've seen transaction fees just skyrocket. So this is a welcome change for Ethereum. Anyway, let's continue. So previously, users must bid for how much they would pay to have a transaction picked up by a miner, which can be considerably expensive. Users who wanted to prioritize their transaction would pay a premium to get a preferred status. So this is all changing. Under this upgrade, the process is handled automatically with a set fee amount based on the network congestion, making it more predictable, and I imagine it's going to make it more affordable as well. Every part of the transaction fee will then be burnt or removed from circulation, reducing the supply of Ether and could increase its price. And Nick and myself have talked about an $8,000 Ethereum. I think we were one of the first YouTubers to really sort of call this out, and this was with all of this change that was sort of coming for Ethereum on the roadmap, right? So it's interesting, and it's fantastic to see some of this stuff sort of come back to fruition. So users will now pay a base fee algorithmically determined by the network use, but could pay miners a tip to have their transaction faster. This means that the fee will now be more stable, with users able to wait for a potentially lower price at a later point in time. So for me, this is extremely beneficial for investors, retail investors that perhaps only have a small amount of Ether. I think this is one of the necessary changes in order to support Ethereum with the scaling requirements that we've been calling out for some time, right? So let's talk about why these changes were necessary. So these were really necessary changes due to the interest in NFTs. Now, we saw NFTs go absolutely wild, and we've seen lots of new people come into crypto just around some of the NFT collectibles. So NFTs are also known as non-fungible tokens, which are the equivalent to a digital signature for online only art or service. NFTs use the Ethereum blockchain, and as such, we have seen Ethereum really struggle with the scaling, and keeping up with the demand, right? We've seen several exchanges, including Binance, have announced a short-term pause on buying and selling Ethereum during the hard fork. And for me, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens over the coming weeks and months around price discovery. But we'll get into that in a moment, because there is something that is really worth covering off that we've seen recently. So let's get down to the desktop and see what it is that I'm talking about here. Okay. So this is an article that's talking about the amount of Ethereum the network is burning already. So, Ethereum apparently is burning $395,000 worth of Ethereum per hour after the London upgrade. So this is, a few, I guess, hours/days worth of analysis, and I guess you're going to get different numbers depending on where you go. But let's have a look at this article. Approximately 2.3 ETH is being burnt every minute through the new transaction fee mechanism introduced in Ethereum's London upgrade on the 5th of August. And the highly anticipated London hard fork went live on Wednesday this week, ushering in the 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗚𝗪 upgrade that adjusts gas fees. Part of this adjustment introduced a mechanism that burns some of the base fees collected. The total amount of ETH burnt since the upgrade went live around 14 hours ago at the time of writing this article is roughly 3,395 ETH, according to various counters available. Etherchain reports an average burn rate of 2.36 ETH per minute. That's equivalent to $6,596,000 per minute, or around $395,000 of ETH going up in smoke, right? And you know, I joke a little bit that, you know, all this ETH going up in smoke can't be great for the environment, but that is just a joke, right? It really is. I'm not going to get into the rest of here. I think one of the big call outs was this tweet here, where they're basically talking about Uniswap and the fact that, you know, Uniswap alone is burning 350,000 ETH, which is close to $1 billion worth of ETH per year. I think this is fantastic for Ethereum, and you know, particularly the price, and anybody that's invested in Ethereum. I think overall we're going to start to see, you know, some positive swings in the market for Ethereum, right? So you know, it's remarkable stuff. Let's sort of get into my views and opinions on what this means for the price discovery for Ethereum. And I did mention earlier, Nick and myself have been talking about, you know, an $8,000 Ethereum. I think we were one of the first to sort of call this out as something that was possible, and we haven't really talked about it, you know, a lot recently. We're not heavily invested in Ethereum, but we do have a small position in ETH, right? And it is a small position. Now, you know, it's wonderful to see everything that's sort of coming to transition, but with all of this ETH getting burnt, that only means one thing, right? You know, you're going to start to see, you know, I guess a deflationary token for a while, you know, particularly before they move from proof of work to proof of stake. I'm really interested to get your views and opinions on you know, where you think ETH is going to go price discovery wise. I'm not personally sat in this camp of ETH flipping Bitcoin just yet. It might in time, but I don't think we're anywhere near that. And you know, there's lots of arguments amongst analysts and YouTubers on Twitter around, you know, other projects like Cardano and Polkadot potentially flipping Ethereum. Now, you know, I think there's space for many of these projects in crypto to work. So I think they're all going to get a good chunk of the pie each. Now, yeah, I think it's closed-minded not to think that one of these projects couldn't leapfrog one of the others. I think, you know, you've just got to look at the .com bubble. I think they articulate it as, you know, these businesses that were first to market, they didn't stay there, right? You know, Google wasn't one of the first to market. You know, so for me, it's one of those. I expect it to be a very similar process when it comes to cryptocurrency. You know, you've got the smart contracts from Cardano just around the corner. Hopefully this month. I think that's going to be, you know, remarkable to see what happens there. And you know, it's an interesting time. We are here in this market super early, and I think anybody that's investing in crypto at the moment, you know, and I'm not a financial advisor, so take what I say with a pinch of salt. It's just my personal opinion that, you know, we're all going to be doing remarkably well, and you know, as long as you invest in the right projects. So, you know, and I'm talking about projects with utility, real decent use case, fantastic tech, and a fantastic team. And I don't think that's how everybody's really been sort of looking at the market with some of these absolute trash coins that have no value apart from the value that's being generated by celebrities and other people in the space that speculate that you know, they're going to eventually do something, when some of these projects, I don't even like to say projects, some of these tokens or coins were made within 2 hours with no thought whatsoever. So, you know, it's interesting times. I think when it comes to the price evolution of ETH for 2021, I think 8k. I've said this before, I've said this time and time again. If it goes further, fantastic, but at 8k ETH, I'm out. That's me done. Let me know what you think of that in the comments below. Really interested to get your views and opinions. I love reading through all of the messages. Anyway, really appreciate everyone. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.